it looks like we're live. Awesome. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the KicknGravel Bitcoin market update. Today is Wednesday, the 14th of November, 2018. What an amazing day in crypto. Let me tell you. Definitely going to need your coffee for this. Let's dive into the market, shall we? Bitcoin has fallen, I guess is what we could say. We've been working in this triangle here. Recently we just fell, we broke support and have fallen through, and it's continuing to go down. Hopefully we get a bounce. One really good thing is and we are getting a bounce here, so that's good. Let me switch these candles over to standard candles so you can get a better idea of the price movement. There you go. So this is out of the question. This is still in play, but we're going to set that aside for a minute, and we're going to move our lines down like this. Okay. Now, what has the market presented to us? This is actually very, very good news, and I'll tell you why. The market has given us, because when it started out here, remember we were up pretty high and we started selling off, right? Down, down, down. And ever since here, it started giving us a falling wedge pattern. Let's pull that up here. Here's a falling wedge pattern. It's important to recognize that the falling wedge pattern has two parts in its price pattern structure. The primary structure of a falling wedge pattern is that we need to have a bearish trend before the pattern develops, because it's a reversal pattern. So we were already at the top coming down. We did a bunch of sideways action, and then we started forming our falling wedge pattern. Part two is the actual falling wedge pattern, which looks like a triangle that is pointing down. Eventually you get towards the bottom, and you have to have converging lines, but you'll get to the bottom and you'll have a breakout. So let's go back to our chart. Do you see that we have converging lines here? They're coming together. They're coming together. And then we can get breakout. Okay, so this is actually very good news. The market needed this to definitively say, let's go higher. Now, we need to keep this level here. Hopefully this level will hold and not continue to fall and fall and fall and fall, because then that would wreck our falling wedge pattern. But I love what I see here. Let's stick with that for now. Moving on to LTC. Well, the price of Bitcoin right now is 5,586. Now, moving on to LTC USD on Coinbase. The price has dropped to an all-time low at $42.81 is where we're at currently. Let's see what the all-time low was. Looks like we got to 40.48. And let's blow this up a little bit. How are we looking? Ooh. Yeah. So we are also making the same pattern here. That's probably it right there. We're also making the same pattern here. So this is good. Eventually those two will come and converge together. I don't think we're going to go out that far, because this is the day chart, keep in mind. But yeah, we did get a bounce. Hopefully these levels hold. Ethereum is currently at 178.81, bouncing around. We got one of those patterns as well. So the big three are showing Ethereum not as much. Oh, but I'm pulling from the wrong area. It's possible. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to keep this here for now. I'm going to keep this here. We'll see Oh, I'm pulling from the wrong. I don't know. We're gonna have to do a little looking around here. We shall see. But it's a good time to be loading up on coin, hopefully. Let's see. Yeah, Ethereum 179.38 now. But it looks like Ethereum got a low of 168 this morning. All right. Let's move on to, let's see if I have it in here. Bitcoin Cash. I want to take a look at the price of BCH. Let's type that in. There it is. Bitcoin Cash. We'll just go Bitcoin Cash USD on Coinbase. Here we go. Lots and lots of drama surrounding Bitcoin Cash. What did I do there? BCH. There you go. What? Oh, I got it right here. That's why. My bad. So this is the day chart. And I want to get into BCH USD. Let's just do that. That's easier. BCH USD is falling out of bed. Okay. This is the daily. Let's squish that way down, and so you can take a look at what's been going on here. Okay. Why is this happening? What is going on here? Well, Bitcoin Cash is in a civil war. Basically, you have the three players in Bitcoin Cash. You have Jihan Wu, which is part of, the Asian miners. You have Roger Ver, and then over here you have Dr. Craig Wright, which is fake Satoshi. So what's happening here is that Craig Wright is battling these two. Okay, I'm gonna draw on here while we're doing this. So they're battling for control over Bitcoin Cash. So these two guys, these two clowns, want to pervert Bitcoin Cash and make it something that it's not. In fact, they did already, but they're going to make it worse. And Craig Wright, from his point of view, is saying, we started Bitcoin Cash to basically follow Satoshi's vision. So what he has done covertly is actually quite amazing. I mean, as a statistician, this guy is amazing. Send him into battle and he can do it. And he is I have to give him credit. I have not liked fake Satoshi. I've not really liked him at all. I think he's a fraud, but you got to hand it to him. This guy has a lot of business sense about him. So let's do something real quick. We're going to go into the coin market cap. And I want to see... Okay, yeah, the max supply for Bitcoin Cash is 21 million and a market cap of 7,566 million. Today's volume was basically 1,078 million. So that's pretty good. And it's ranked number 4 in the world in the world on coin market cap, which is really good. But let's get into when the split's going to happen. It's going to happen in 23 hours. The split's going to happen. So going back to the block details here, we can scroll down and we can see this is for the Bitcoin Cash and what it's planning on doing. This is the latest Bitcoin Cash blocks by mining pool in the last 7 days. So this is stuff that's dedicated to Bitcoin Cash. These are all miners. This is a pie graph and it's showing all the miners. Look at this. Just keep note of this section here, this blue one, right? And let's come over here to the latest Bitcoin Cash blocks by mining pool today. This is for today only. This is from the last 7 days. Look how big this wedge, pie wedge, just got. Okay? Interesting fact. This mining pool by CoinGeek, what Craig Wright did is, so you have to buy these brand new mining machines for mining Bitcoin or Bitcoin Cash or whatever from Bitmain. And Bitmain, this is Bitmain right here. I'm going to just put this right here. Bitmain. So Craig Wright bought all of Bitmain's new miners, all the new mining equipment, which is like twice as fast as the old stuff. He, in his company, wiped out the entire back order from this guy's company. Okay, so this is Roger, by the way. This is Roger Ver. I'm just going to put that as Roger. And this is Bitmain. Okay, and this is Jihan Wu, but I'm not even going to start to spell that. Okay. So we'll call him FS, Fake Satoshi. Okay. So Fake Satoshi buys all of Bitmain's miners. Their brand new stock, their best stuff ever that's just released. And so he bought up everything they own. So Jihan Wu at Bitmain was like, yeah, like, thank you, Fake Satoshi, for your company boosting the profits of mine. Thank you. Awesome, awesome. Fake Satoshi receives those orders, starts putting them into use. He starts doing a big build out. And then secretly, he starts networking. And he's networking to other players that also mine in the background. He's gathering people to his side for his cause. Okay? For this Bitcoin Cash split. So what you have is this part of the pie and this part of the pie. Notice it got bigger? It's because he is turning these machines on. Okay? Because he owns all of that equipment. And as he turns those machines on and gets them to start mining, he starts getting a bigger hash rate than everybody else. Okay? And this is the mining pool. All he needs is 51% to take over Bitcoin Cash. So Bitcoin Cash was going to split into this new version of Bitcoin Cash, and also SV, which was called Satoshi Vision, that was supposed to be Craig Wright's. But what Craig Wright is going to do is he's going to take so you're going to have Bitcoin Cash, it's supposed to split, and then Satoshi Vision, we'll call it SV, okay? and BCH. Okay. When the split happens, right, it's coming down and it's going to split. He's taking all of this and all his buddies, and he's going to take over Bitcoin Cash. So he's going to say Satoshi Vision is now, cross it off, and it's now Bitcoin Cash. Well, what about this, right? What about this? Craig Wright is saying that he will no longer mine Bitcoin Cash. If Bitcoin Cash, as it comes in as a block, they will refuse to mine it. And he's got agreements that through his partnerships that say no one else will mine it either. And because he has the 51%, he can boot those ones out. So if you are a Bitcoin Cash holder, what does that mean? He's going to kill it. He's going to kill Bitcoin Cash. He won't mine it. He says he'll take a loss for 2 years straight. He says, do you think your company can outlast my company with no profit? And Jihan Wu and Roger Ver know that they are screwed. They're in big trouble. Now, Roger Ver, he's been a big mouthpiece for a long time, and I don't like that guy either. I mean, this is a pardon my French, kids, cover your ears. This is a shit show, and it's none of the players are awesome. Like you don't want to root for anybody really. I mean, but after looking into it, I believe Craig Wright is right, and he's gonna get rid of Bitmain and Roger Ver, and Jihan Wu will be out of the picture. He's already been demoted, and I think it's because Bitmain as a company, their shareholders realize that Jihan Wu basically lost control of Bitcoin Cash because of this sale, and so now Jihan Wu has been demoted in the company. But Roger Ver is just, he's filthy rich by himself with Bitcoin Cash and other things. And he's been pumping Bitcoin Cash. And at the same time, remember, all three of these guys last year were part of the attack of Bitcoin Cash against Bitcoin. And even after that attack, and I will say this, the guys at Bitcoin, the core developers, saw a flaw in their coding and went over to them and said, we found a flaw in your code and I think you should fix it. So even though they were attacking Bitcoin, Bitcoin developers still try to help them out, which is, it's amazing. So let's get back to this. Craig Wright, fake Satoshi, with all his minions, is going to kill Bcash with the split. He's only going to mine SV, and then he's going to call SV Bcash. Okay? He says this is going to be Bcash. It's confusing. That's why I had to write it down. Okay? So, what are the repercussions of this? If you hold Bcash right now, in a wallet on Coinbase or BitMEX or any other exchange, it is quite possible, if fake Satoshi Craig Wright can pull this off, which I'm showing you that he has all of this already, and then he has partnership. He's got a few smatterings over here. The only thing that Bitcoin.com has, and this little yellow triangle right here, is Bitmain. It's Bitcoin.com. This is the existing Bitcoin Cash, right? They're screwed. They're screwed, and he is winning. He is totally winning. if you look at these as generals going into battle, this guy, I mean, I've been listening to The Art of War, and this guy is fascinating. I mean, he is killing it. Just killing it. So if you hold Bitcoin Cash, what does that mean? You're gonna have Bitcoin Cash in your wallet, right? And then you're gonna try to send it somewhere. Well, there will be no confirmations. He's not gonna allow his nodes to process it. So it sits in your wallet in limbo. You can't do anything with it. You absolutely can't. And if you got a leverage short or long position, most likely leverage short. It goes from its price today at 443 to zero. It goes to zero because theoretically Bitcoin Cash will no longer exist. This will become out the dominant player. This is a fork or a split in it, and then he will rename it this from SV to Bitcoin Cash. You're holding garbage. There's nothing here anymore. And if you're an exchange holding it, if you're Coinbase and you're holding Bitcoin Cash and this split happens and it goes down the way I think it will, the exchanges are going to be left holding everybody else's money, their Bitcoin Cash, and they're going to be so angry. Unless the exchanges can somehow say, do you want to do a straight across trade for SV? Well, I don't know how they're going to do that because that's like just giving money to people. I don't know. I'm not sure how that works. So hopefully your new SV will come out ahead. And the funny thing is, all of this came out because Tone Vase was like, hey, is there any information on this Bitcoin Cash split? And he couldn't find anything. So he said it took him 10 minutes to realize, with some serious research, to realize what's going on. And he was like, oh my gosh, this is terrible. And he contacted Fake Satoshi and did an interview with him. And Fake Satoshi was kind of reluctant to give any information out at first. It seemed he was very like, because you don't, when you go into battle, you don't let your enemy know. And if they're watching that video, you don't let your enemy know what's going on. But I think he realized that the game was over already. He had already won the battle. He already secured all this. He had already locked in his core and was starting to put them online. And it's fascinating. This guy's amazing. So yeah, he spilled the beans and he let it all out on Tone Vase's show, and it was incredible. We'll see how it turns out. Good luck to you guys. I would be dumping Bitcoin Cash, as everyone else seems to be. It's got a little bit of bounce here. I think there's people that are just now catching on. It's going to be bought up by those that don't know. And that's the funny thing about crypto, is it's such a new space. And, there's so much to know that you can't possibly know it all. And but you got to continue educating yourself, especially on the coins that you hold. So here you go. This is my interpretation of it. We'll see how this goes down. It could be a huge debacle. Another guy I was reading about said, "Oh no, I'm sorry. It was Tyler Banks, who is friends of Tone Vase, also said that he believed that it is possible." And he just put this out there as a hypothetical. But Tyler said that this could lock up the exchanges, meaning they have to sort through all this coin and all this money and help try to make it right, or they just default on it also to their clients. So leaving money on exchanges is really quite scary. All right, guys, that's all I got for you today. Exciting update. Hope you understand. Yeah, I hope I explained that enough. Okay. But as of right now, Craig Wright is absolutely wrecking those other guys in Bitcoin Cash, and he will come out victorious as I see it here right now. Absolutely. This is him. This is his own personal stuff. He owns this stuff, and he is mining it. All he needs is one other pool to come over, but he's already secured most of these other ones except for this yellow one here. Amazing. All right, guys. I think exciting times are gonna be hitting us here soon in about 23 hours. So look out. Talk to you soon. I'm out. See ya.